and man, and both be doeth one committed iniquity. Because of unrighteous dealings and injury and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is transferred from one people to another. All right, we're in the process of that happening right now. All right, we're seeing the so-called kingdom of Esau, or the so-called white man, crumble and descend into chaos. All right, and the end result of that is going to be a new kingdom. All right, the kingdom of Israel, and that's what it's going to be. All right, we're getting ready to take dominion, Lord willing, us included, with the elect. But the elect are getting ready to take full control of what's going on the earth, man. Under of course the power and spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Salakia, pick back up where I was at. Oh, that was it on that, brother. There's more to it, but that was my point on that one. You could bring yours out if you want to. I got a couple of grab.
Jeremiah chapter 44, verse 4. Howbeit I sent unto you all my servants, the prophets, rising early, sending them, saying, oh, do not this abominable thing that I hate. And that's our purpose, man. We may be advocates of the Most High, but at the end of the day, what we're saying is not our own words. These are the judgments and, the principles of who the world calls God. A lot of people don't understand that because they really don't understand the Bible. But these are the judgments of the Lord, who the world calls God in Jesus Christ. The Lord sent his prophets. He sent his prophets to Sodom and Gomorrah. He sent his prophets before Moses and the ancients. He sent his prophets to even in the times of Yahushua. So what would make it any different now that we're in America, in a very wicked land, and in the situation we're in, where he's not sending his men again to fulfill and execute prophecy? It's not up to us. People would say that's a vain thing to say, that, oh, you're calling yourself a prophet. Not necessarily. All we do is bring out the word of God. And if we're chosen as those men, then that's not up to us either. It's up to the Lord.
That's right. We can't force ourselves. You can't force yourself to be, the chosen one. You know what I mean? You can't force yourself to have a golden ticket, man. The scripture says that let every man work out his salvation with fear and trembling, man. It's up to you at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, it's up to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua whether he chooses you, whether your work was enough to get you through. I got a little for you, brother. I'm gonna get on. This is 2 Thessalonians 1:6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with Yahweh to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. All right, I'm gonna jump over real quick. Basically, hey man, it doesn't make you a sinner for you to be like, I want to bust Esau's ass, man. You know what? You should have that mindset, man. It's righteous for you to want to, enslave these motherfuckers, man. Excuse my French. You know what I mean? Excuse my language, my speech. We want to inflict some type of damage upon you, man, because you've afflicted our nation for not just, oh, you did this to one person or two. You did this for generations to our whole nation, man. So, we want to kick you motherfuckers in the teeth, man. And the Lord says it's a righteous thing to feel that way. So, you other camps that want to, break bread with Esau and shit, and, not that we saying, we're going to just go outside and start busting on Esau. But, hey, when that time comes, the Lord said that it's a righteous thing for you to want to do that. Meditate terror. Does the scripture not say that?
Comment.
Yeah, I'm on point, though, really. I wanted to jump real quick, though, because I'm still in Thessalonians over here to 3. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. All right? That son of perdition being you Edomites, man. Esau, Edom. All right? The real red man. You are the son of perdition. And there was a falling away from the faith, because the real Israelites fell away from their faith, and now we're coming back to it. That's what it is now. Salaki, brother. And who opposes and exalteth him self above all that is called Yahweh, or that is worshipped, so that he is as Yahweh, sitteth in the temple of Yahweh, showing himself to that he is Yahweh. That's you Edomites, man. You know, you have that mentality, that God complex, man. That's why you want to chip everybody. That's why you rolling out this chip, man. That God complex, to be in control and the boss and running everything. All right. You got a set, brother?
Yeah.
Go ahead out.
Let's see. I'm going to get this first just to explain myself. Ecclesiastes 1:9. The thing that hath been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun.
That's right, man. It was done in Babylon. It was done in Rome.
Egypt.
It was done in Egypt. It was done in Greece.
Mm-hmm.
It was done in London.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where it was done in you know, wherever you can think of, man. Y'all Edomites, you all guilty, man.
Right.
You know, and this has happened repeatedly. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Everything that's going on today happened at one point.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got an assassination here. Oh, this is a reason to go to war. Oh, you got a false flag here. Oh, this is a reason to go to war.
Mm-hmm.
And when you really think about it, man, think how much easier it was back then to create a false flag event than it is now. You know, you used to be able to get away with them false flag events back then, but now it just doesn't work. That's the Lord doing that, man, just foiling everything. Got that skirt just all up over it. Esau like, I'll get it up on my face. You just can't do it, man. You're exposed, man. It's too late now. Shit don't work no more.
With that being said, there's no new thing under the sun, like the brother said, that relates to every single wicked captivity that the Israelites were a part of. And every single wicked nation that we served in captivity had a wicked regime. They had a wicked set of lifestyle that they chose to embrace, whether that be homosexuality, pedophilia, ungodly rituals, idol worship, adultery, all of that vain shit. This is Jeremiah 46, and I'll start at 1. The word of the Lord came to Jeremiah the prophet against the Gentiles. The word Gentiles again to all the nations, because they're fishing. Just like I was mentioning earlier, the word Gentile can mean in duality, either the strangers of Israel being those of bloodline descent to the Israelites that look like other nations, or Gentiles being the sons of men that don't have any relation or towards salvation of the bloodline of Israel. It says, against Egypt, against the army of Pharaoh, Necho, king of Egypt, which was by the river Euphrates in Carchemish, which Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, smote in the 4th year of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, king of Judah. Order ye the buckler and shield and draw near to battle. And it's referring to Egypt at that time, but spiritually, America today is Egypt. So just like the Lord smote Egypt and cursed that land, before Egypt used to be a green land, it used to have a lot of resources and a lot of wealth. The Lord cursed that land after Pharaoh refused to let the Israelites go in that captivity. And look at it now. It's nothing but a desert. It's a wasteland. And that's similar to what the Lord did to Sodom and Gomorrah and the other 5 city-states that he destroyed with nuclear fire and brimstone that he rained down. So in the same instance that the Lord destroyed those wicked nations for the offenses towards his children and the offenses towards him, he's going to do the same thing towards America. It says, order ye the buckler and shield and draw near to battle. Harness the horses and get up ye horsemen and stand forth with your helmets. Furbish the spears and put down the brigandines. Wherefore I have seen them dismayed and turned away back, and their mighty ones are beaten down, and are fled space, and look not back. For fear was round about, saith the Lord. Let not the swift flee away, nor the mighty man escape. They shall stumble and fall toward the north by the river Euphrates. And that's the same thing that's going to occur to America. You see, the Lord has built America up, has allowed America to be built up in the wicked fashion that it has, with all the military power and strength that it has, just to provide a fight at the end of days, man. When the Lord comes back in all his glory with all the angels and UFOs, so-called UFOs, this country and the other countries are going to fight the Lord when they roll out this chip, when they roll out martial law, all that stuff. The Lord is going to destroy America. And I said it last week at camp. The Lord is, the bombs are something you should fear. You should fear the Lord because he's going to do more killing than the nuclear bombs.
Yeah. And that's just what it is. People can't seem to wrap their mind around that, though. You know what I mean? Like, too much for them to take in. Like, oh, it's not even possible. Like, okay, motherfucker, I guess you just gonna learn, man. Guess you just gonna learn, man. Did you have some more, brother? I got one. If you,
that's all good.
I'm gonna jump to Micah. This is Micah 2. Salakia. This is Micah 1. Salakia. This is Micah 2 and 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds when the morning is light. They practice it because it is in the power of their hand. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Okay? And you Edomites have done this to the nation of Israel, man. All right? And so have you other nations, man. You've oppressed the nations of Israel through captivity after captivity after captivity. The Lord that shit is about to not fly no more with the Lord, man. You know, I don't know how to break it down no other type of way, you know. It's as simple as it gets. It's about to not be, you just ain't going to be able to do shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You other nations about to be on smooth lockdown here pretty soon. All right? Frozen in place, man. Just not allowed to do nothing. Unless Jake says you can. And that's a punishment that you have coming. Sorry about it. You're beautiful women. Everything's going to get taken from you the way you took everything from Jake. That was it on that, brother. You got one. You got another one.
Yeah, later in that chapter, Jeremiah, the 46th chapter, 19, O thou daughter dwelling in Egypt, furnish thyself to go into captivity. Now, why would it say the daughter dwelling in Egypt? What would be the reincarnation spiritually of Egypt? What would be the reincarnation spiritually of Rome? What would be the reincarnation spiritually of Babylon or of Sodom and Gomorrah? They all shared the same wicked traits, and America by far is worse of all. So you're telling me the Lord destroyed every single wicked nation that had lesser sins, lesser transgressions than America, but he's just going to let America slide?
America's out of control, man.
He's just going to let America and Rome or Europe slide?
This place got to go. It's got to go, man. These people are ass backwards here, too. Y'all have no idea what justice really is. You Americans have no idea what justice is, man. But you're going to learn, you know. And that goes for some of you other nations, too, man. Some of you other nations, you know, we ain't going to leave you out. Y'all motherfuckers have no idea what justice is. But you're going to learn.
And every single one of those nations, it says in Psalms, the 98th chapter. Was it 98? 93. They all had a hand. Basically, it's around there. They had a hand in the captivity of our people. So you reap what you sow. We had to reap what we sowed. We reaped what we sowed. We didn't follow the law, statutes, and commandments. We're still not. We're in this low estate. So if the heathen are counted less than the Israelites, the children of God, then why would their punishment be any less than ours?
Right. You know what I mean? What makes you special? That your punishment all of a sudden, oh, y'all ain't going to get punished. We white, we don't get punished.
Yeah, we never been punished before.
Hey, we red, we don't get punishment. We do, we won't.
Come on. It says, furnish thyself to go into captivity. I didn't say that. That's what Jeremiah the prophet said 1,000 and so odd some years ago. I didn't say that. Don't get mad at me or this brother or any of the other brothers in GMS that says you other nations are going into slavery. Get mad at God.
Right.
And you can be mad at God because it doesn't make it any less true.
That's right. That's the whole point. You know, point blank, period, really. You know, pop the gun, load it, shoot it. You dead, you know. I shot you down. That's just how that goes, man. You can't jump around that. There's no scriptures that'll take you to jump around that. The Lord doesn't contradict himself. Okay? See, people have this delusion that the Lord contradicts himself. He really don't contradict himself. You just don't have no understanding if you've come to that conclusion.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It means what he says, man.
And then just a few more verses here on.
Go ahead, brother.
It says Egypt is like a very fair heifer. She's very sustenant. This land is very sustenant. It has all kinds of assets. You can go down the street and buy a fuckload of groceries with all your SNAP, and you can have a house full of food, and you can have more than you need. That's one thing that America indulges on, having more than you need. More than survival. You have people in the world starving when there's more than enough food for everybody to eat. More than they need. And yet here it is, you have a place where they hoard food and leave other people starving to death, other people's children starving to death, all in the name of gluttony, all in the name of excess. It says Egypt is a very fair heifer, a heifer being a female cow, if you didn't know. But destruction cometh, it cometh out of the north. Also her hired men are in the midst of her, like the fatted bullocks, for they also are turned back and are fled away together. They did not stand because of the day of their calamity was upon them and the time of their visitation. The Lord is visiting the earth. We have a solar eclipse happening in almost 18 days in August. We had blood moons. The brother Kyle on this camp, he brought it out to me when I spoke to him like a half a week ago or so. But with that eclipse, spiritually, the Lord was giving him revelation. And Slaki, if this is incorrect, but it vibed with my spirit too. But with these blood moons, there's a time in the Bible that prophesied the end of Babylon the Great being America when it has those sequences of blood moons, the solar eclipse, and then more blood moons. And did we not just have a blood moon?
God, we did.
So we're about to have the solar eclipse. What does that spiritually break down to? This place is getting X'd out by the Most High.
That's right, man.
What did it just say? It says, for they are turned back and are fled away together. They did not stand because the day of their calamity was come upon them and the time of their visitation. It says, also her hired men. What is the military? Why do you see the majority of people in America join the military? They're hired. They don't give a crap about this place. You have your Joe Schmo Edomite that was raised in Texas, or they're cornbread Israelites that, or even Israelite cornbread Edomites that have patriotism.
Right.
But the majority of people in the U.S. military are in the military for a paycheck.
Because when you're down and out and you don't have nowhere else to go, everybody always knows that they can go get paid in the Army.
Yep.
Everybody knows that.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can go get paid in the Marines or the Navy or there, wherever you so choose to go. And it's designed like that.
Like it says your hired men are going to be afraid. Because when that check no longer matters, when this martial law happens, and like the brother was saying, when that shooting happened in the Springs out here, the cops were scared. These military men, even though they play hard and they go through all this physical training and have these guns training, when this stuff happens, they are going to be shook. They are going to be shaken to the very root.
And you can hear it. I mean, they're doing their job, but at the same time, there's fear.
Mm-hmm.
There's lots of fear. Because they don't know what's what or who's doing what or who's where, you know. And we listen to it on the scammer, but they're not going to be prepared, man. You know what I'm saying? None of you people really going to be prepared. Everybody who just thinks that, if you're one of them people who, you know, even if you are a prepper, you still ain't going to be prepared, man. Because it's going to roll over you like a tidal wave, man. It's going to roll over you like a tidal wave. And if you stocking whatever you stocking, you know, the men of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, they're going to really appreciate you. We appreciate you very much. You know.
Oh, man, you National Guard, that's how you hired men sitting peacefully in America waiting for... They're about to bring the draft out again. So you're here chilling in America in the National Reserves.
Which is going to cause another uprising because people ain't trying to deal with no goddamn draft.
Hell no.
You know.
And you females that join the reserves, and I'm talking about females as in men and women and trainees, whatever the designation is, you're all hired. You're mercenaries. You're going to be afraid when this country is attacked. These virgin shores are attacked. It says, the voice thereof shall go like a serpent, for they shall march with an army and come against her with axes as hewers of wood. Now, what does the Lord refer to America as? The virgin, right?
That's right.
The great whore,
right.
A female,
That's right.
Because she has no bounds. She lets everybody tap.
That's right.
So it says, the voice thereof shall go out like a serpent, for they shall march with an army and come against her with axes and hewers of wood. We not just reading Joel the 3rd chapter that these other nations, these little nations, are beating their swords into pruning hooks
That's right.
and their spears into pruning hooks or plowshares? They shall cut down her forest. Now, what does that forest symbolize? It symbolizes America's assets, all its wealth. America's the only country in the world that'll go to another country to mine and frack their land and oil their land and take their resources when we have plenty of natural resources in America. But they would rather take in other nations because they want to save their shit for last.
That's right. That's right, man. Well, like they take fields by violence, man. They covet shit that ain't theirs.
Mm-hmm.
You know? These stuff, man, you can't run from this shit, man. I don't know how y'all, I don't know what they be thinking about trying to like counter it. Like how this don't even get how you make it. Well, this is why we're not Esau Edom. The motherfucker.
Yeah, it's almost like a little kid that says, "I know you are, but
right.
What am I?"
But what am I? Well,
Yeah.
We just told you, you damn devil. Okay. You're the devil, motherfucker. That's what it is.
It says, I'm almost done with the song. It says,
Go ahead, brother.
saith the Lord, though it cannot be searched out. And look, man, it said, they shall cut down her forest, saith God, saith the Lord. Not me. Even though we agree with this spiritually, we love this.
Right.
This is great. But this is not me.
Right.
This is out of your book
Right.
that you hide behind in America.
That's right.
This is what God said.
This is what Yahweh Shem Yahushai said.
Come on. And they don't teach you that in church, man. They don't teach you that anywhere in any of these 501c3 1c3 churches or any of these branches.
They give you their own spin on the truth. They all do that.
Where is this at, man? You know what I'm saying? When I was growing up. Though it cannot be searched, because there are more than the grasshoppers, because they are more than the grasshoppers and are innumerable, the daughter of Egypt shall be confounded. She shall be delivered into the hand of the people of the north. The Lord of hosts, the God of Israel saith, behold, I will punish the multitude of No, and Pharaoh, and Egypt with their gods and their kings, even Pharaoh and all of them that trust in him. What does Isaiah the 47th chapter says? Trusting in chariots, trusting in Egypt, trusting in Pharaoh, trusting in your local police force, trusting in the U.S. military because they have tanks, because they have helicopters with bullets the size of a human torso, a male torso, a bullet that's so big it'll blow you in pieces. Like a 50 cal bullet, if it was shot next to your body, the sheer force of that bullet going by you would kill you. The bullet doesn't even have to hit you. That's the type of stuff that Esau has. And there is, the Lord said, trusting in this situation. You had ancient Egypt and you have modern Egypt today. Why do we have a pyramid on the U.S. dollar? What does that tell you? Where are we at? What time are we living in? That's all I got.
Don't mind.
No.
Anyway, I jumped real quick to 2nd Ezra chapter 5 and 1. Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in great number, and in the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. And we've reached that point, man, where this place, America, is so barren of faith that it's almost nothing you can do to save some of these people, man. You wasting your fucking time, wasting your breath. And let me jump over to, I'm gonna go to 6. This is the next chapter over. Still 2nd Ezra chapter 6, and this is 6 and 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, and when Jacob and Esau were born, of him Jacob held first the heel of Esau. From Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. And there you go, man. You know what I mean? You Edomites, you're the end. All right? You're the end of, what you are is the end. And you giving it back to Jake. And we going to restart this joint, man. Mm-hmm. All through the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. We going to get the world up and jumping again. Jake, the kingdom is going to be unimaginable, man.
And just like you just said in 2 Thessalonians, you referred to the son as son of perdition.
Right.
What did that just say?
It just says, man.
The children of perdition.
The
So begin,
the
you
son
said
of
they shall be
perdition.
the end.
You are the end, man.
But shit, let me grab that real quick. What does perdition mean?
Go ahead.
Let's see what perdition means, just for the
And
edification.
we can close it on that, just on some coding.
Because, like you just said, this is going to be the end. What does perdition mean? Let's find out. Let's Google perdition and even get the modern day definition of perdition. Let's find out what that means. Perdition. A state of eternal punishment and damnation into which a sinful and impenitent person passes after death. Let me grab another one. It says,
make sure you show it to the camera when you finish so that they, know you ain't just
pulling out my ass.
Exactly.
Yeah, God. It says, damnation, eternal punishment, hellfire. Now, a lot of that strays off into the Roman Catholic bullshit definition of what that means. Really, what that's getting into is, like this brother said, perdition, the end. There's a chosen, and then there's a damned. Who's that damned? What is Esau leading the world into? Destruction.
Destruction and death.
Extinction of species of animals.
Right.
You have the destruction of the ocean. You have this. What else is there to prove to you people who the son of perdition is?
That's right. What else do you need to see? And with that being said, man, we'll just sit down with edifying. Shit. Brothers, just endure, man. We coming to the end of this thing. It's hard. I know it's hard. It's getting real hard. It almost feels like, the devil just breathing down brothers' necks on a regular basis, dealing with this, that, things, and other things in the world. But, y'all brothers are out there that are pushing this truth and sincerity and staying strong. Y'all brothers continue to do so. Know that, brothers is praying and care about all the Akim that are pushing this truth and sincerity, man. With that being said, we want to give our praises unto Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honors unto the elders of GMS who taught us this word. All right, and a deep and sincere shalom to all the Akim and Akwath who are listening, learning, and pushing this word, truth and sincerity. Shalom.